Cloud Save!
If you're ready to groove, make some noise! All right. How y'all feeling? I don't know about y'all, I'm a little nervous. Y'all recognize that bass line? Where are my Kingdom Hearts fans at? All right. Like we said before, we're from New Orleans. We drove a long way to get here. We hope y'all like us as much as we fuck with y'all. Let's get into it.
That was Cloud Save with their Simple and Clean. What an awesome remix. Let me go ahead and switch this over. Whoa, sorry. Yes. 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 We're back. We're back from my teensy-tiny little break. Teensy-tiny. So, let me tell you about what happened. What happened was that, took a little, break. I was on vacation. I worked more in the job that I have. Picked up some shifts, and I said I was gonna get a lot of editing for March Caprice 5 final mix. Guess how much I actually got done? It's fine. That's how it goes. It's kind of my fault for thinking that, you know, by like, oh, taking time off to pick up more shifts at work. Hi, Vodka. How's it going? That I was gonna have, you know, like extra time to just like fuck around and do editing stuff. I'm very good. Did I just ask you how you were? I hope you are good. Yeah, so that's the thing is that like that's good. We got no work done while we were gone, but you know, that's how it works. When you're not actually on vacation and you're actually doing more work, that means that you're not like doing your silly little internet things. So I don't know why I had that expectation that I was going to be getting stuff done. That's not how that works. Yeah, vacation's for vacation, not work. Kingdom Hearts mug. So, I thought before we get back into the swing of things and picking up where I don't even know where we are because I haven't even looked at it for weeks and weeks. You know, everybody wants to talk about news, and like I know I'm like heckin' late. Oh, and well, and also like so I was supposed to be back Monday. Sorry about that, but I'm also like gassed, and when it's so hot, I literally can't do anything. So if you'll permit me, um, let's talk about news, right? Love to hear your thoughts. Oh, good. Okay, so for ease of access, if you wanna just listen to this. Someone say news. There is something. There is something. Let's see. Hello, Fruitude. How are you doing? Is it warm by you? I could use some warm. It's been unbearably hot, but it's also like too early in the season to turn on air conditioning, and we just finally turned it on, and then all of a sudden it's like freezing again overnight. So it's spring weather, so you know it's everything. Ooh, but oh man, I'm not big enough. I can't show you. I got Merch Caprice merch. Finally, I'm testing out because it's so cold. Thank you for reminding me. I'm finally testing out my new sweater. And can you see? Can you see? Can you see how fuzzy the inside is? I also, I don't know if anybody else got the pink because it was in limited supply, but I think it's super cool. And I got it super big too. Hold on. Let me shimmy. It's a dress. Love an oversized sweater. It is, they are good. And I can do the whole Ariana Grande pinchers. Red carpet material for sure. Oh, should I put any music on while we do this? don't want to use up too much of the March Caprice, but I guess I can do like maybe a March Caprice or just a Kingdom Hearts background music just to keep things going. Kingdom Hearts OSD will be good.
You wouldn't settle for Bateman when there's Batman?
Solve the riddle and be free.
What is dusk? You don't have to answer in the form of a question.
Thank you. While we get set up, let me do like a random. Yeah, we'll do that random and we'll just... Cool. Okay. That's pretty cool. So, let us finally get into the news. Because we're in the news. Okay. So, this is an announcement from the official March Caprice... not March Caprice. Kingdom Hearts Missing Link North America. So, you know, I can read it. An important announcement regarding Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. Here is what they say. Again, just reading, just so, you know, if you want to just watch this while you're doing other things, it's accessible. Development team announcement. We have made the decision to cancel the development of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. We wish to convey our heartfelt apologies to everyone who is looking forward to the start of service. Although we worked hard on developing and adjusting the game in the hope that it would be enjoyed by lots of players, we determined that it would be difficult for us to offer a service that players would find satisfactory over a long period of time, leading us to the decision to cancel development. We would like to take this opportunity to express our thanks to everyone who gave us their support and assistance with the multiple closed beta tests. We are truly sorry to have to make this announcement. The Kingdom Hearts series will continue. We are hard at work on Kingdom Hearts 4 and hope you'll continue to support the series as you keep an eye out for further updates. Sorry to have the tonal whiplash of such a happy song, but, you know. Oh, God. Actually, maybe that wasn't a good idea. I just want to talk, and I'm a little too scatterbrained to have background music. Sorry. So, as a person who was... I didn't have any thoughts about Missing Link. It was a game that was coming out, and I was like perfectly fine to wait until it came out to have an opinion on it. You know, either that or like more in-depth trailers, getting to see what like the actual game would be like. So like I haven't seen, you know, there's a lot of friends who have done the beta tests and have streamed that, and I'm very sorry to them that I haven't watched their videos of that. But I definitely wanted to have it kind of fresh for me and with no expectations or anything like that, no even idea about what it would be like. And it is another mobile game, which I'm also not all enthused by. There are some people who are definitely heartbroken about this, and especially when it comes to like people who worked very hard on this. You have the same opinion about this as me. It was just like it's a game that didn't come out and now is never going to. People who can't now like put this. I'm sure. Well, like game development is different, and like you can still put this on your resume, but like the whole point of like making things and being a creative, no matter what field you're in, is to get to eventually show people it. So, gosh, it must be so hard for them, and I'm so sorry. But like now, I think with those like beta tests, is that kind of like that's now dipping into like lost media for those beta tests. So like That's definitely something that I'm gonna have to like dive into now and like get to actually like know the game a little bit. And, you know, have you seen it in the beta test? No, I haven't. I specifically like didn't watch them because like I wanted to go in fresh. I wanted to see the game like when it came out. And again, you know, only real KH fans played the beta. Absolutely, they did. I'm not a real KH fan, and that's for true. I don't like. It's tough because like to me, if I'm a person who like had no feelings one way or another about Missing Link, I feel like I now have to have one because it's like it got snatched away before it even became, you know, it's odd. And but like now I'm super interested in watching. I know Damo did like a beta test. I can't even remember. Did Sunny do one too? I believe Sunny, maybe even Bio did one too. And now, again, those are now kind of like super important as like lost media kind of preservation. So like, that's would be fun to do. And also, you know, if we step back into our Merch Caprice, car price. Our March Caprice 5 playlist. I don't know why 4 always comes up. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. Comes up so much more. March Caprice 5 playlist. Zoopy zoopy zoo. We were just zipping around. To Damo's fandub preview that he did during March Caprice 5. Always be plugging March Caprice. Subscribe, please. He did a little something at the end here. Of course, teasing. Right, so beta footage.
Option? Confirmed possible for one at the connection point.
Any others?
Difficult to determine what it's like farther out. But the log does note the transit of numerous energy signatures at the time of collapse.
Right. Well, for now, let's hurry and recover the one we can.
Then off to the lifeboat.
Wait, what's this other signature I'm...
Yeah.
Darkness.
So obviously, like Damo is going to be putting in production probably after the Dark Road fandub, a fandub of at least what they had of the Missing Link beta. So Damo once again has plans to be the backbone of the fandom and actually get like something out to us in a way that is consumable in any way, shape, or form. He really is the MVP. Yeah. But, you know, that's... a lot of unsung hero. Damo MDA, absolutely. When are the nominations coming out? Those should be coming out soon, right? There's like only 2 more months. It should be like a whole month of voting, right? MVD, most valuable dubber, absolutely, right? So yeah, there's this sad news, and so I hope he wins. Let's hope. I want to know. Yeah. Whatever ends up coming out, whether they like put this into a movie, they put this into a game of another kind, because the whole like major crux of this, and especially this announcement, is that like it would be difficult for us to offer a service that players would find satisfactory over a long period of time, because, you know, this is also saying like in a not so sneaky, well, 'cause it's the subtext of it is that like it wouldn't be profitable enough, and we really need our mobile games to be super, super profitable. And so whatever happens to it, if it is permanently shelved forever, I'm very happy that we have Damo and other people who have played the beta and the eventual fan dub that will come out, or could come out. I don't want to like think like it's necessary that Damo does this project now, but it's sad to see something of Kingdom Hearts disappear before it even began. It's sad, and I hope I hope the creators know that we were excited to see their work, and it is a shame that it's not here. It's just a shame. It's a shame. You all are the unsung heroes, thank you. But now, I would just like to say, may we please bow our heads and have just a moment of silence for Missing Link. Gosh, shit, fuck, I fucked it up. Hold on.
Well, we ain't getting any deader. Back to work.
Well, yeah. Whoops, wrong.
Well,
Okay, everyone, just, again, just be, yeah. He's not getting any deader. It's dead, and it's dead, and it's gone, and it's gone. Who cares? But, you know, as everybody, it has more there was more news. Because we got a collage of screenshots. That's always fun. They accompany. Oh, that's right. On Blue Sky, they never posted the second half of their statement. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There's no two out of two. So let's skip over Kingdom Hearts. Thank you. Okay, this is their statement that they said for the Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots. To our Kingdom Hearts community, we are currently working hard on Kingdom Hearts 4 and will continue pouring ourselves into the game's development. We're dedicated to making this an experience that lives up to your expectations. We've seen how excited you are, and we are truly grateful from the bottom of our hearts. We are equally excited and can't wait to share more about Kingdom Hearts 4 when the time is right. Until then, we appreciate your patience. Thank you for your continued support. So, of course, I'm not going to use Twitter anymore, then I have to. Bye-bye. We have 2 screenshots. And... Oh, okay. And of course, depending on the English, the North American version or the Japanese version on both sites, both Blue Sky and Twitter, they posted slightly different screenshots for the gameplay screenshots in this collage. And it's fun because he just wiggles. Woo, wiggles. And as you can see with the switching, Mickey is just a little bit, he moves just slightly. It's a much closer screenshot. But I'm going to work down and up. Let me move this around. Maybe I'll just make this a little bit smaller. Make this a little bit smaller. Oh my God, Junior, you don't have to sleep so bigly. He sleeps so bigly. And you know what? Let's just put this here. How's that? Can you see? Okay. Big Slimper. He sure is. Okay. So me face. Sure. Okay. Sure. Okay. Sure. Okay. Sure. I should just open image in a new tab. That's what we should do, and we should just kind of zoom in like this. Okay. So obviously, so working kind of from the bottom up is these 3 pictures about the dark side in the this little like underpass kind of like that we got going on. Now, I've heard a lot of people kind of I don't want to say theorize. So it's like you have the expectation. Just say think. So they think that perhaps they're suspecting, correct? Thinking that, you know, these 2 lights are Donald and Goofy coming in. Because, you know, of color coordinated things throughout the series. Donald is always blue. Goofy is always green. However, people are like, well, but what about the yellowness of it? That could just be like it's already like making contact with the dark side's face, so it's like exploding a little bit and turning it more yellow than it is, you know, green. So that doesn't bother me none. However, like, I think we would be like kind of remiss if I didn't just mention the possibility that like this is Quadratum and it's the real world, so it is the bad place. So I think I'm gonna be the one to acknowledge the possibility that this might just be the military open firing on downtown Tokyo. It would suck. And, like, it would be, like, Sora kind of being like, wow, you all, like, don't care about collateral damage? This place sucks. What are these crimes against humanity? And everyone's just like, yeah, that's how shitty this place is. Sorry, you should get back to your cartoon world immediately. You have an out, so you should take it. You do not belong here. This is the bad place. What does RQ mean? We did talk about the missiles. Okay. Okay. Well. Requiem. Bitch! Kingdom Hearts? You're doing KDH. Kingdom Hearts. Requiem. Requiem. It would be RS for Requiem Sanctuary Chain. But yes, if like these 3 pictures are kind of like telling a story as they go. I forgot we had a second word. Chain. It's like, that's like forgetting your address. RQ looks cool. Leave it to Kingdom Hearts fans picking out like the letters, the alphabet that are the least used and saying, hey, that's for me. I love those letters. Q, X, Q, X, Q, QX. Fine, it looks cooler. You're right, it looks cooler. But so if these 3 pictures like tell a story in their sequence, it's Donald, Goofy comes in, their missiles, they attack Darkseid. I don't forget my address. Ah, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad you find your way home at least every night and aren't sleeping homeless. Homeless. Why? Just forgot my address. Ended up homeless. Donald and Goofy come in, they hit the dark side, and like through that impact, they kind of make a portal, which is like what this big light is coming from. There's a shock, awe, and then Sora like reacts to that, right? That would make sense that these three are kind of like telling that sequential story. So if these three are telling that story, then it would kind of stand to reason that these three pictures are also telling a story. And of course, so it's like, so this story would then be like, of course, with, a wind phone that people have been bringing up. Fong. Wind phone. Where's just the Wikipedia? Wikipedia. No. Okay. Maybe I'll just scroll for a second. A wind phone is, as you can see this setup here, is an unconnected phone booth in Utsuchi, Iwate Prefecture, Japan, where visitors can hold one-way conversations with deceased loved ones. This was built after the 2010 earthquake, the major earthquake / tsunami that killed a lot of people in Japan. So people have kind of, especially because it's like, it's a rotary phone, you know what I mean? And that like, it's why exactly is, especially after we got the gummy phone, which is definitely supposed to be like more of a smartphone. Why are we going back to like analog here? And so it might be something like this, where it is like a way to communicate with the dead. And so what this story might be is like with Strelitzia being like a specific person who is like maybe a shepherd of people in this afterlife, otherworld, underworld, this death realm that we have here. She especially with her like imagery and association with Marluxia, who has a scythe, and the way that she is portrayed in I should have pulled all these pictures up if I wanted to have like a visual element. KH Marluxia boss. Yes. Strelitzia's. God, fuck. This like Grim Reaper. I just want the picture, please. Just show me the picture. Open image in a new tab. Okay, so I'm a piece of shit. Fuck me. Yeah. This like Grim Reaper-esque person that is, obviously a female form, and with her white cloak that she has at near the end of Union Cross, she is kind of depicted as this Grim Reaper of sorts, this Shinigami, an angel of death, and how if she is like this shepherd person, then she could be the one who is using this phone to communicate with the land of the living, right? And that might be like in the way that this sequence of three pictures tells a story. This sequence of pictures also tells this story of Strelitzia is going to call Mickey, maybe in this sequence. She could be. So maybe like the point of like this platforming puzzle that Mickey is doing in this library, maybe somewhere within Scala ad Caelum, is eventually to get to a phone or the other end of this communication with Strelitzia. That's the main point of that. I think that I've cracked the code about, of like this being a story, then this must be a story also. Or maybe it's Mickey calling Strelitzia since it's this way and then this way. And while also showing off like a little bit of gameplay and the fact that like Mickey is going to be playable. Congratulations, everybody! Congratulate Chain for being the first person in Pat's like the calling it bracket of KH4. Hashtag did it. He is the first person to have a confirmed point of Mickey being another playable character, so kudos to him. And then, but then, of course, right. There is a little game. The gameplay's part of this collage. Boo Chain anyway. You can boo him anyway. That's also good. He takes that as affirmative reinforcement. It helps him, really. Boo Chain. And then the gameplay parts of it. There's the confirmation of build. People are much better at like actually discussing gameplay than I am. I just want to say, like, these are obviously projectiles that are coming off a little bit here, but I also it could also be like parts of like actually building the chain that he is surfing on. I think it's kind of funny that it disappears so quickly from behind his foot there. It immediately cuts off. But I love the way, I love the magic of like this like flow motion type thing just coming in and out. And I love the incorporation of the keychain back into, again, from the earliest concepts of Kingdom Hearts 1, finally being implemented into gameplay. I think that must be like such a full circle moment for people who have been working on this game for almost close to 30 years now. Oh, Jesus. Wow. And, well, I do have a couple critiques here because, and I was talking about this a little bit with Lance in his chat. Shout out to Lance. He's doing a Riffmeister playthrough, critical, probably. I am so bad at the gameplay though, so I don't even know like how big of a challenge he's doing it. Riffmaster playthrough of critical data fights of Kingdom Hearts 3. It's awesome. He's just doing awesome. I love it when he flips. God, love the guy. Love Lance. And he was kind of echoing my thoughts. Absolutely, Lance in the MDA award winner for something. You know, we like to be fair because he's like, and like divvy out the awards for people who like haven't won in the past, and he has won in the past. But you know what? I still like if you've won NDA, I kind of root for you every year, even if you have won. You know what I mean? But we were talking in his chat a little bit about how like the lighting of the actual gameplay, especially when compared to like these like cutscene screenshots that definitely look a little bit more tailored, more intentional with their lighting. These characters look gorgeous, right? With intentional lighting. But then you scroll up to here, which is obviously like in-game graphics, and things look a little bit more flat, you know, with this very intense lighting, especially like right here in his face. It's just kind of, you know, he looks very blown out. And like, again, going back to like my major spiral of the first Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshot, I really do not find this very big cityscape to be interesting, even if like the whole point of it is to be like, oh, the contrast between like how shitty the afterlife is compared to, you know, actual within the Kingdom Hearts universe Disney worlds and stuff. I mean, this still kind of looks like crud. This very intense, like, sun lighting on concrete makes everything look very flat. And, you know, even though, like, Heartless have never really had shadows in the Kingdom Hearts series, not having shadows here, especially with this intense, like, kind of sun side lighting coming in from here, it kind of just makes them look like they're floating there with, like, no real rhyme or reason. It looks very flat. Someone showed an iPhone 15 versus a cool Pix camera, and it's crazy how gray and flat everything is. Also, he looks like Edward Cullen in Italy in New Moon Pale in the first screenshot. He is. That makes it. Listen, intense lighting straight in the face, being a glowworm, that's never flattering on anybody. But you could make a cool city. Look at the dark city. Cities can be cool. It looks worse and not as themed as San Francisco. Absolutely. Nowadays, the iPhone is gray, but the cool Pix point and shoot camera might have been worse quality, but has dimension. Absolutely. There is, it's late stage capitalism. It's time to blame late stage capitalism once again, everybody. That's the reason why, like, color has sapped out of your life. It's because gray, square, concrete boxes are a lot cheaper to produce, especially when you can get away with selling them for so much more. The quality of everything is going down. The enshittification of everything sucks the life out of me. So to see it, also pigments are so much cheaper. Yeah. Like gray compared to green. Absolutely. Yeah. Because gray is like a mix of like a lot more pigments than you would get to make green, right? So it especially like that, right? Hold that thought. I'll be 1 second. They don't want to produce $200 anymore when everyone will just pick black. Sad. Yes. So the enshittification of everything is made cheaper, faster, with no care put into it, but they will continue to upcharge you because that's how capitalism works. You don't get rewarded for doing things creatively or beautifying your city or making people happier. You get rewarded for making money. And that's the hell we have chosen. So it is... I want to give it a chance. I'm sure it'll still be fun. I'm sure like these gameplay things, and we are, especially with the Mickey gameplay screenshot, it is showing them that there will be more than just this cityscape in this game. But I'm really not looking forward to this cityscape. I think cities also just look worse during the daytime. That is true. Like I am complaining very much about this very intense lighting and like with the neon signs, that's definitely an aesthetic, you know what I mean? But yeah, I am not jiving very well with this concrete slab in this broad daylight kind of thing. It looks a little silly. At least make it like a cloudy or a rainy day or something. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I got all of my complaining out in that last video that I did, so I'm like, I feel like cleansed, and I don't want to complain more, and I want to have, I want to have hope for this, but like, I don't know. This lighting did not do anything any favors, is what I'm saying. And also, one more thing that I will kind of complain about is like Sora's chain being more realistic, I guess, but being much smaller. That is ugly. It makes it look so cheap. So cheap. Like, there were people who went out and like, who bought this cheap chain, this cheap like Kingdom Hearts branded necklace with that same very cheap jewelry chain, and they exist, and I've seen them in person, and I know that they're just as cheap as that one looks. And it's not like people don't wear boo chain. Yeah, wait, boo chain, pussy bitch, slim turkey neck. Cheap chain. What was I saying before that? Cheap chain, turkey neck, bitch. It's not like people don't have like chunky chains that they wear as jewelry like in the real world anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like we do have those. It's not like that would be unrealistic, especially like I feel like men's jewelry is like big, like their aesthetic is whole just like women's jewelry, but like bigger. That's like their whole thing. So chunky chains are so in. I wore one yesterday. Yeah. So very confused about this decision. Especially just like from a fashion standpoint, like I don't get it. I don't get it. So that, but that's the news. That's it for the official news. But, you know, I've also been doing my due diligence, scrolling TikTok. So I wanted to hopefully maybe bring some things to your attention that is tangentially related to the Kingdom Hearts series. I've in my TikTok scrolling, I have found a couple of Kingdom Hearts voice actors. Have been doing a lot of TikToks, and I just find them very good content. God, gee willikers. I've deleted TikTok. It's bad for me. Well, hopefully I can show you something that is worth it, and kind of like it's your only tether to TikTok. You just need to watch TikTok through me. It's okay, Vodka. It's okay. I'll bring to your attention the good ones. So Allison Stoner, I think is like she's just a person who is actually like kind of like made for TikTok, because she's a dancer, right? So she kind of like just like dances, which is what you're supposed to do for TikTok. So that wasn't really like full dancing though. She does like dance like really good. Let me find like a good dancing one. This one. Dance. Okay. Yeah. She was in the Missy Elliott video. That's like how she got her start, right? So like super cool TikTok. TikTok is like, it's built for dancing anyway. I'm pretty sure that's how she got her start. That was her first thing, and then she did, you know, a bunch of Disney stuff. But also, as you can see with a couple of her pinned ones here, she does have a book. She, in the recent years, has kind of come out because she was a child actor about like how, I'm going to get into some deep subject matter. When you are a kid in Hollywood, your labor is... Let me start over. There's going to be some deep subject matter about, like, Allison Stoner has been advocating for, like, children's rights and protections, especially in the entertainment industry, especially, you know, talking about TikTok here, there are a lot of kids who have gotten into the entertainment industry through like influencer type stuff, which is entirely unregulated. And the regulations that are there for like industry level entertainment for children, that is also not as regulated as it should be. And she's kind of come out in the past couple of years with some discussions about this very important subject I think we should be talking about more. So like she did a YouTube podcast here. You can see the playlist just here. Called Dear Hollywood, where she does kind of go into, and I haven't seen this to be fair. I've just heard about this. This is last updated a couple of years ago. So she has kind of been releasing this kind of tell all about like what it is actually like being a child and working in the entertainment industry, and kind of all of the very heavy stuff that comes along with that. When it comes to like, I know a video that I watched a couple years ago from her about how like just like when you are a child, it's kind of hard to emotionally like detach yourself from the work that you were doing. So like if you are a kid and you're going into auditions like multiple times a day, and one audition is for like a child for like a Law and Order type show of a child who is like being like abused, and then 2 hours later you're going and like auditioning for a role where it is like a kid's show, so you're just like happy and dancing around. It's like really hard for a child to like emotionally like switch to those things and to those two extremes and have it still like make sense to you, and that it's like all fake. You know what I mean? So she has been advocating for child's rights, specifically children's rights in the entertainment industry for a long time. And I think this is such interesting, in the wrong word, but it's such like important things to talk about, right? Because especially in the United States, we have such a backwards portrayal of like how it should be. No, parents' rights. Because parents always know everything for their children and they always do what's best for them. Question. Excusez-moi, question. Excuse me, question. What about the parents that don't have their children's best interest in mind? What about when that happens, you know? So, and there's also been like laws passed in other countries, like Cuba, for instance, where they kind of, I think they like rewrote their constitution a little bit, like made an amendment to it, and like in their language, they kind of ensured children have rights, parents have responsibilities. And I think that is something that we kind of really need to be focusing on, and like kind of change about ourselves. Because like parents having rights as the major crux of how children exist isn't working. And then I think that should change. And on top of that, Allison Stoner is also coming out with a book, a memoir called Semi Well Adjusted. It's coming out in over the summer. So a great poolside read if you want to, you know, probably delve into more serious subjects, but subjects that are still important, of course. And I think that's really cool that she is doing this kind of advocacy between, you know, like still, you know, doing regular posts where she's dancing and stuff. You know what I mean? That's still cool. It's still cool to dance and also be an advocate for children's rights. That's cool. And I think Allison Stoner is also really cool. I'm not signed in. That's why it's not followed. So I think she's cool. And I think she's just cool. I also, I think she's pan, right? Is she also non-binary? Apologies if I have been using the wrong pronouns for them. She seems real cool. Yeah. I think I might have heard maybe they're non-binary. Might just be pan. It might just be pan. I know she or they are pan. It might have been that sometimes get those wires crossed. Pan, non-binary, fluid. What are you, fluid or something? So that's cool. I think you should watch Allison Stoner when she dance. And also when she talks about, children's rights, because that's important also. However, in other Kingdom Hearts voice actor TikTok news, Jesse McCartney has been lip syncing to Judge Judy clips. And that is just as important, and this is news. I checked Insta and they have they them listed as their pronouns on there. Thank you so much. Yes, Allison Stoner, they them. I thought maybe I had. They them is doing dancing and also Allison Stoner is doing dancing and they are advocating for children's rights, and that's cool. And it's also cool that they're pan. Love the pans. Love pan. But let's watch Judge Judy.
The police report.
We didn't call the police.
Why not? Why not? Were you all drunk?
No, ma'am, I was not drinking.
Drugging?
No. Not drugging.
No.
They slept together, Your Honor.
Just a second.
Admittingly,
Listen to me.
slept together.
Listen to me.
Okay.
I know my customers.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 50 years.
Okay.
50. 50.
My apologies.
Very good. I'd like to see the police.
So that's just as important. This is Kingdom Hearts News. Thank you so much for tuning in. The children, and you know this if you are a TikTok scroller like me, all right? The children sometimes don't understand that in order to do a lip sync, you do have to, overemphasize. I spit everywhere. Overemphasize your lip syncing. The children don't understand this, and sometimes they don't even know their lines. What are you doing posting that on the internet? And there are multiple. Let me tell you, there are multiple Judge Judys. And he's very good at them. Very good. Highly recommend watching Jesse McCartney TikToks. Yes, so that is it for news. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Aba News Hour. That's a clap, 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 clap. Thank you so much. Yeah, go order Allison Stoner's book, or pre-order their book. Advocate for children's rights and also children's wrongs. And scroll TikTok. I guess at the end of the day, hey, scrolling TikTok is all you need. It's advocacy sometimes. But actually, you know what?